Hey there, it's another beautiful day. Let's watch some stuff.
Did you see the video that Ari posted?
Yes, I did. The
Of what?
blueberries.
Yeah, the blueberry. So,
Blueberry.
this is wild, and you have to be very careful. Ari bought Maple some blueberries. She ate some, whatever, and there was something like pinging around in the disposal that wasn't mashing up. So, reached her hand in and pulls out like a rubber fake blueberry. It was in the pack of blueberries.
Did you get it from a farmer's market?
No, got it from Whole Foods.
Did anybody else experience it?
Yes, there's a very strange phenomenon going around. No one can figure out why this is happening, but
Is there anything inside these?
I cut it open and it's rubbery. In doing some investigation, people are like posting videos of bananas. They're peeling bananas and they're rubber bananas inside of peel. There's celery that's plastic.
It's aliens.
I think it could be worse.
All right, first of all, elephant in the room. Does anybody else remember when Sharon Osbourne was so beautiful? And unfortunately, she has had so much work done to keep herself beautiful in the public eye. And she just is so like stretched out, and it's unfortunate. I love watching actors and actresses age naturally, and it's beautiful to age as it comes. Don't need to cut yourself up for who. It's not for yourself. It's for them. And they're not worth it. Age naturally. On the fruit note, I couldn't find anything else about rubber blueberries, but I did find these.
Okay, y'all, I threw this watermelon out over a week ago. It smelled really good. Bought it from Walmart. Cut it open, and it was like plastic. Tasting it was absolutely horrible. I didn't really know what to do with it, so I threw it outside. This is a week later. It looks like mud. What's going on?
Okay, ultimately, it's really hard to find good produce right now, at least in my area. I'm finding stuff that is either way underripe or super overripe, and you get it home and the next day it's like to throw it away. It's garbage. It's absolutely difficult. I stopped buying produce at Walmart. Unfortunately, I buy produce at more expensive grocery stores just because you get a couple extra days out of them, if that even. I don't even understand what's going on with produce right now. But that, I think, has something to do with the fiber inside the watermelon. Maybe it was overripe and the fiber had gotten like stronger or something, and that's why it's not deteriorating, because I'm pretty sure that's all it is. It's like fiber and like water holding it. Yeah. I'm not a fruit expert. If you are, please lay some of your fruit expertise on me.
This is a perfect example of when GMOing goes wrong and they over-modify these fruits and these plants. They are no longer anything close to what they used to be.
So my mother was showing me that she opened a banana that she thinks that these are not real bananas. We got it from the supermarket, but when she opens it and she breaks it in half, it gets very tough and doesn't really break. And when it pulls, it's like it's glue. It's very tight and doughy. I've never ever seen a banana like that. I don't know if it's just our banana or if it's this brand from Costco, but at the end of the day, it looks very, very fake and Play-Doh-y. Does anyone else know what happened?
I think it has something to do with harvesting. So even if you get organic bananas, which I think is a sham anyways, it's just a way to charge you more money when you're going to get the same product ultimately. That's just my opinion. But they still harvest them way too early while they're super green, because they have to go through this transportation process before they actually make it to the store where you pick them up. So they can't be ripe when they pick them. And I think that causes them to not get the same kind of nutrients from the plant itself, and then it doesn't ripen the same way. Personally, I prefer, like I said, the more expensive grocery stores, unfortunately, or even if there's a farmer's market near you. There's no farmer's market near me, but that's like one of the best ways to get your produce. Hey, thanks so much for stopping by today. If there's a topic you'd like me to cover, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll do my best to get it in an upcoming video. If you're having a good time, hit that like button and consider subscribing, and then come back tomorrow, because I'm making a new video every day. hey, let's rag on Walmart a little bit more.
Have y'all heard the Walmart theory? Now, before we get there, we've known that Walmart had cameras in aisles, but now they're in every single aisle and it stopped when I was recording it. They say it's for theft, but why they need them in every single aisle? Well, if you knew the Walmart theory, you would know exactly why they have them in every single aisle, and why so many Walmarts seem to be closing. By the way, it's not for theft prevention. Did y'all ever see that video where it showed the phone was spying on the room and detecting every item in the room as it was being moved around by the AI software in the phone? Do you remember that? Well, you know, a little while back I shared a video with y'all showing you that your phone can literally read your mind through your eyes, detecting what thoughts you were having at that moment. It's a very, very real technology. Even just last year, AI-powered thought decoders won't just read your mind, they'll change it. Wired. Walmart's not just evil because they closed down all like home-owned stores. The Walmart theory actually runs really deep, and Walmart is very known to be the place where you will most likely see a UFO out of all places. I wonder why that is. Anyways, I'm not going to tell you on here what the Walmart theory is, but there's a very, very dark thing happening in the Walmart and with all the information they're collecting. If you notice, this guy right here gives me a bad look. Look at him. But look into it. Look into what all the closed Walmarts happen to be doing. It's pretty crazy. I won't tell you on here, but look into it.
So the theory is that these cameras are not being used for loss prevention. They're to read your minds so that they know what you're there for and what they can put in certain places to optimize your shopping experience, which optimizes how much you buy. There's also a theory that like in 2015, a whole bunch of Walmarts were shut down because of plumbing issues. And apparently there's like some holes under them and like aliens coming out of these holes. And that's why he said you're going to see an alien at Walmart. I think it's probably the people that shop at Walmart that are more likely to see aliens, because I understand that. I am the people that shop at Walmart. I like Walmart. Nothing against them. And you know what? Those cameras, they are following you around. And we've talked about this before. They follow you around, they capture your face, and you have a number. And it's not a customer number, it's how much you have stolen from them in the past. That's your number. And once that number hits a certain mark, if you are a person that's stealing from Walmart, if you're not, you got a big old goose egg there, it's 0, it's okay. But if you are a person that is stealing from Walmart, they've got a number assigned to you. And once it hits a certain mark, they're gonna get you. Once it's at that felony number, that's when they'll pick you up. So, just saying. I always found it so interesting when like we go traveling and people in other states are like, oh, you're from California, you're so lucky, I want to go there so bad. And I guess it has something to do with the fact that I've lived here my entire life and I've seen everything for what it really is, because I haven't been outside looking in. And that's why we look at other cities and we're outside looking in and we're like, oh my God, it's so amazing. And people are like, no, this place sucks. But it's very interesting how every city does have their own problems. There are people that are just pining to go there. But that's the Hollywood Walk of Fame, y'all. Glitz and glamour, baby. Glitz and glamour.
Well, folks, it looks like we could be dealing with some very serious food shortage issues coming up very soon, this time with a water curtailment order that's affecting more than 500,000 acres of Idaho farmland, affecting both potato and barley crops. 100% of a guess here, but McDonald's is probably not one of those corporations that's going to be affected by this. This coming at a time when many chicken farms are being destroyed for the so-called bird flu, and transportation has been thwarted by many accidents to thoroughfares that are critical to infrastructure and product transport. What do you think? More globalist agenda overreach or just a misunderstanding?
That's right. Get ready, folks. Anything that comes out of Idaho is going to be pretty costly soon. Or it just won't be available. There's an easy fix to this, but the governor is like, no, you guys decide how to fix it on your own. Hello? That's your job.
Bird flu is back in Iowa, but this time it's worse because it's now spreading to cows, and cows are spreading it to humans. First, some background. Bird flu or avian influenza is just what it sounds like. It's an influenza virus that affects birds. When bird flu is detected in a flock, the solution is to eliminate the entire flock. Iowa has had 2 confirmed cases of bird flu affecting commercial sites this year. A commercial egg laying operation in Sioux County where 4.2 million birds were eliminated, and a commercial turkey farm in Cherokee County where 100,000 turkeys were eliminated. Now, regular bird flu is bad, and it gets really bad in Iowa since we're the top egg producing state, and we're top 10 in turkey production as well. But we're also a big dairy state, and 2 commercial dairies in northwest Iowa have detected bird flu in their herds. This is bad for a few reasons, including the impact on the food supply and prices, but also because bird flu can be transmuted to humans via cows. And earlier this week, Mexico reported the first human death caused by bird flu. But here's the good news. There's no concern about the safety of pasteurized milk or dairy products, according to the Iowa Department of Agriculture. However, the FDA warned Iowa and other states that raw milk drinkers should be concerned and asked that they halt raw milk sales. Iowa legalized raw milk sales last year, FYI. The bird flu situation is something to keep in the back of your mind as the situation continues to evolve, but stick with Iowa Started Line for all your Iowa news.
A lot of people think that this is where our next critical disease is going to be coming from, is this whole bird flu thing, how it's escalating, and the birds are giving it to cows and cows are giving it to people. And it's a huge thing right now, but it's not, because it's not being spoken about very much. You know, mainstream media, you don't hear it. It's not being elevated to the level that it probably should be. I mean, whole flocks of chickens are being eliminated and cows are being eliminated, and that's your meat, right? Your beef, your dairy, eggs, and poultry, and it's all just kind of really quiet right now. I didn't even realize how big it was until I saw this one.
Why is nobody talking about this? A poultry farm in southern Illinois caught fire and killed at least over 1 million chickens. 1 million chickens, people, and this isn't even the only time as of recently. Farmers recently had to kill 4.2 million chickens after the bird flu hit an Iowa egg farm. And look at this shit. Overall, 92.34 million birds have been killed since the outbreak began in 2022. But I'm guessing nobody's heard about this outbreak, right? And that's not even the worst part. Crews are in the process of killing 4.2 million chickens after the disease was found at a farm in Sioux County, Iowa, making the latest in a years-long outbreak that now is affecting dairy cattle as well. In the week before this happened, the virus was confirmed at an egg farm west of Minneapolis, Minnesota, leading to the slaughter of nearly 1.4 million more chickens. And literally in May, not even a month ago, a second dairy farm worker was diagnosed with bird flu, and the virus was detected in both beef and milk, and it has been confirmed on dairy cattle farms in 9 states. But supposedly, health and agriculture officials have said that the risk to the public remains low. The U.S. Department of Agriculture supposedly said that the meat from single-stick and dairy cow was not allowed to enter the nation's food supply and beef remains safe to eat, even though it's highly contagious. Do you know how quickly bird flu can spread to cattle? I'm sure we all remember how Chick-fil-A is reversing course on a decade-old policy to only serve chicken that is free of antibiotics. Keep in mind, this policy was changed just earlier this year. The company will start to loosen its purchasing standards for chicken this spring, allowing for animal antibiotics in case where poultry becomes sick. Chick-fil-A said on its website that a shift from a no antibiotics ever policy is necessary to maintain supply of the high-quality chicken you expect from us. The restaurant chain announced its far-reaching antibiotics ban in 2014. Yeah, I'm sure it's no coincidence, right? I will never eat chicken again, even though I don't even eat chicken that much as it is. Is this not terrifying to anybody else? I will never, ever in my entire life eat fake meat, even though I don't even eat meat as it is anymore. Are these fires not sketchy to anybody else? I mean, come on, people. Is it just a coincidence?
Yeah, that's all pretty big news. That's a lot of chickens. I find it amazing that we're not hearing about this a little more, loudly. Like, hey, this is an issue, but we're going to feel it, right? When it comes, we're paying $12 for a chicken. Remember when it used to be like $4 for a chicken or even less, and now it's like, oh, well, there's no chickens because, you know, they're getting sick, but we're not going to tell anybody that. Not as big as it is. 90 something million chickens, for crying out loud. But about that fire that took out, what was it, 2.4 million chickens? Why would they light the farm on fire to take out the chickens? I don't think that has anything to do with the bird flu. I think those are getting crossed up. I know a lot of PETA advocates were saying, oh, free range doesn't mean they get to go outside because they were all in this little barn. Actually, it's a huge barn, and it lit on fire and took them all out. That's dumb. That's bad business to light your building on fire to take out chickens that are sick with bird flu. So that makes me think that the barn fire has nothing to do with bird flu. But the bird flu is still a huge thing. It's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and who knows what's going to happen next.
We can see the Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, who is here to encourage us, and he is critically looking at the visuals.
जी हाँ, आप अपनी स्क्रीन पे देख सकते हैं कि हम लैंडर मॉड्यूल
People are applauding. Let us all wait to hear from the Secretary Department.
Yeah, that's wow. I don't have much to say about that. Just whoa. Big shout out to Truth Speaker. You can find them on TikTok and on Facebook. That's where I got this particular content. They have so much wonderful content. If you feel like going down a rabbit hole, check them out. As for me, I'm going to call it today. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me. Come on back tomorrow. We're going to watch some new stuff. I'm going to say different things, and you know it's going to be fantastic. Until then, have a wonderful day.